Hello again. So today we are going to speak about Japan as a safe country. Is it really that safe? From my experience, I have been traveling around Europe, not around the world. I've been to 14 different countries. Like I went from Ukraine around Europe like this, by car with my cats, and then I moved to Japan. So let's speak about, is it safe comparing to different countries? First of all, yes, it's safe. I do love going out at midnight or at 1 a.m. at night, and like I feel completely safe. I mean, seriously. If you want, I just go out and I don't double think about it. If we speak about living not in a big city, here are going to be some questions. We moved to a new house right now, and my boyfriend, he told me like, I don't want you to go out that late when we move, because there are a lot of rapes right now. What? And he told me, yeah, there are a lot of rapes. And I honestly didn't believe firstly, but then when we just moved, I was near the window, so I was speaking, looking in the window, it was perfectly fine. It was like, if I'm not like 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or something, and I noticed there was a man on the street, and he was staring at me, like staring at me. Seriously, I was at my home, I immediately stopped speaking with my mom, and like someone there is staring at me, and my boyfriend was like, he jumped and he's like, where? Show me. And like he came to me to this window, and he was like, very, very aggressively open up the window, and he was like, who the hell is staring? And when this man saw that I'm not alone in the house, I'm the foreign girl, very pretty foreign girl, I'm not alone in the house, when he understood that there is a man, Japanese man in the house, he was shocked, and he was like, and just walk away. And my boyfriend explained. So he saw the pretty woman in the window in the house, and there is a big chance that he was thinking about, coming inside and do some bad things. And that's why my boyfriend was that aggressive, that he showed that I'm not alone. And there are going to be consequences, because if you are a foreigner, especially if you're a woman, it is not safe, because victim blaming in Japan is huge. Every second Japanese girl has any sexual assault in her life, and the statistic won't show you that because of the victim blaming. If the woman comes to the police with this, police is going to be, are you sure? What were you wearing? What time was that? Were you drunk? You really want to destroy the man's life? And it may be like for 3 days. They may lock you in, not letting you go out for 3 days with all these questions, making you believe that this is your fault. So the tragedy happened, and then the police makes you believe that it's your fault. So a lot of Japanese women, they just don't go to the police. And even if she can prove, she will insist this man will be punished, her life is going to be also kinda tough. From now on, everyone around her are going to know that the tragedy happened, and they will blame her. And if you're the foreigner, it's even worse, unfortunately. So you have to be careful. I think it's like common rules for all women in the world, unfortunately. You just have to be careful all the time. Even Japan is safe comparing to Europe, comparing to America. You still have to know about this, and you still have to concern about this. And if you go out anywhere, you just have to be careful all the time. So yes, it's safe, but... And also, like, if you speak about safetyness in Japan, they are not going to rob you, like, your phone or your wallet or anything. Well, it may happen, of course, but comparing to Europe, not that much. Again, in my personal experience, my boyfriend told me, like, when you do your laundry, you should not put your underwear outside. You have to have it inside. If man sees that there is the underwear, he will think that in this house lives a woman. Like, you can imagine what may happen. Or like when I lived my previous apartment, I was living on the first floor. It was also funny because when he understood that I'm living on the first floor, he bring me his panties. Just when you do your laundry and you put your stuff outside, like I had a balcony, it's just in case, put my underwear as well with yours, so that there is an image that there a man as well in the house. I think people started speaking about that, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, domestic violence in Japan is huge. You won't see that in the statistic because usually victim blaming and all the stuff, so people put it in your own family or something. For example, even I had an experience when I was living in my previous apartment. I heard some sound from a woman, like I thought that someone was raping her. I was horrified, and I'm like, I'm alone in my apartment on the first floor. You have to call the police, of course. I was just shocked, and I called my boyfriend. I'm like, what should I do? Like, of course I have to call the police, but like, what should I do and everything? And he told me, like, just stay calm. Do not open your doors. Do not open your windows. Do not open your curtains. And just like try to understand what's happening. Eventually I understood that there was a girl, she was crying, and I mixed up these sounds. She was right near my balcony with a man. I think that was her boyfriend, and that was horrifying because she was sitting sitting like this. She was crying, and the man, he was standing, and when he spoke it sounded like an animal. It didn't sound like any words. He was like something like this, you know. And he tried to step closer to her, and she was like immediately shocked and like ran around him. Don't ask me why she didn't run away. I think they are a couple, and after that I saw them together. You see this image of the couples when they are not happy together, but abusive relationship, they stay together. And I don't know, it's like, I'm not going to judge or anything, just I saw them together, so I understand that they're a couple. And so I was like again on the phone with my boyfriend, and I'm explaining the situation to him, and he's like, well, even if you call the police, there are a big chance that they won't come because it's like domestic violence. Even if they come, the woman may just like not write anything because they live together. They were my neighbors from the second floor. Because they live together, she may not have any place to go. That's why no one is going to do anything. So even if you call, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm just telling you about domestic violence. Also, like my acquaintances, they told me that their parents are divorced because of the domestic violence. Like the father beat mother, and that's why the divorce happened. Hopefully the divorce happened, but yeah, this, like, you know, the idea of Japanese women that they are very submissive and all stuff. Yeah, they are. Some of them are very submissive, and I feel pretty like sad because of that. Like when they are submissive and anything horrible happens with them, it's kind of like hard for them to live, right? So if you speak about safetyness in Japan, it's safe, but as a woman you still have to be careful. And if you speak about you as a foreigner, well, there are a lot of situations when, like, I'm the European looking foreigner, but I've heard a lot of stories that some Indians or some, like, you know, not European looking foreigners, they were checked regularly on the street because their documents or everything without any reason, just because. So it's also like, it's safe, but the racism and sexual harassment, well, we have to know about that. Hope it was useful, and don't think that Japan is a bad country to live. It's just, well, everything happens in America, in Europe, in Korea. Everything about, like, what do you do with this, right? We just need to know the reality so that we can prepare ourselves if we want to move to Japan. So just be ready and don't romanticize Japan. Japan is a great country, but people who live in Japan, Japanese people, are just people. Don't forget about it. See ya!